And when we come on, Roger got cut loose and went in 20 minutes into Mark's time. And then Mark's, it was just all three broadcasts coming together on Mark's. It just went. And God was moving, God was showing up. Boy, I had me a time sitting back there behind them. Thankful for what God has done. Poor Carol, she had to sing Jesus Rescue Me about 9 times today up there. She sung it on our broadcast, and Mark had her sing it 2 or 3 times. I'm thankful for what God did up there today.
Amen.
Andrew got cut loose testifying. Josh got cut loose testifying. Poor Ron Gaddy, he's sitting over in the control room. He couldn't keep up with where, because they was moving. He'd pull that microphone up real high where you could hear them because the preacher's moving way over there away from it. And then they'd come back to it. And you'd see him, he'd have to pull it back down real quick. They made his job a little hard today. None of the preachers stayed behind the pulpit. They all was way away from the pulpit today. Huh? Could you hear it good? Oh, son, I'll tell you what, we had us a time. It's been a long time since I've seen the Lord show up like that. But Brother King, come open us up with a song. Let's be praying for Josh and Carol, their families. He's preaching out at Brother Rogers tonight. Let's remember Brother Ricky as he's sick. Let's remember all the ones that ain't here. Let's pray one for another. Remember Brother Joe with his back.
Yeah, amen. That was it still.
Say, sit down.
Why didn't you just stay sitting?
I don't want to stand up.
Okay.
2:35. And Miss Sherry, you and Jay got to sing loud. You're on over there.
Yeah. Norm, now you know what's bad?
Where the hell go, Tanya? Make it easy.
Normally, this side of the church is the side that gets empty, and that side's always full. For one time, it's the other way around.
Y'all just moved over here.
You know, singers, they apologized they couldn't get in. You know, it kind of upset Denise. She kind of thought we'd feel bad about her, you know, looking somebody that couldn't show up or whatever. But
Why would we be upset with you?
I'm the one that booked them.
you know, they knew. I guess they knew last time that they was here that they couldn't bring the big bus, and then now they got an even bigger bus. But you know, like I was telling Brother Doug on the phone, you know, maybe God has I know God has a plan. That the reason they're not here, you know, maybe it's somebody that walked through that door needs to be saved, or maybe somebody here just needs to hear preaching tonight. You know, God's got a plan for everything. We shouldn't hold a grudge against them. I told them, you know, everybody pray for them, and God will give us a good service. 2:35. Once like a burning presence I left, free of my sorrow that Jesus came and lives and me and glory to God, He set me free. He set me free, and He set me free. He broke the bonds
Glory to God and power now. He set me free, yes, He set me free. He broke the bonds that prison for me. I'm more than my Jesus is King. Glory to God, He set me free. God is in He back of mine. All of the world shall turn me around. Daily I'm working, I'm praying and feeling. Glory to God and power through. He set me free, yes, He set me free. He rose upon the prison for me. I'm glory and my Jesus is King. Glory to God, He set me free.
I'll tell you how good God is.
Anyway,
Friday at work, truck backed in, so I picked up a pallet of refrigerator, and I go heading on the truck to load him, and apparently he didn't put his brakes on, because the trailer came away from the dock, and my forklift went bloop, and bottomed out. And I just started praying, and it wouldn't go forward, it wouldn't go backward, the trailer stopped. You know, it came back away from the dock about that far. Just a little bit of the dock was hanging on. And I called maintenance. I said, "You come back here and give me a pull." So they brought another forklift back there and pulled me off that trailer. But you know, that could have been bad. I mean, God,
Yeah, it could.
that trailer could have went all the way out. Because what he done, he backed the trailer in and unhooked it. That's what he done.
Lock it down.
And apparently the brakes didn't lock or something on it. And it went, scared me. I prayed and I thanked the Lord that I got off of it. But they come back and pulled me out, pulled the forklift back in the building. And I sent an email to my supervisor, Chip, and I told him, I said, "Don't let nobody on that trailer Monday morning." I said, it's not hooked, it's not back. So it used to go. So that's how good God is. He stopped that trailer from going any further.
amen.
Cause I would have went right off.
Yeah.
With a refrigerator. And I had a 800-pound refrigerator on the front of the forklift, so. That's how good God is. He takes care of us.
The forklifts weigh a lot. They weigh a bunch for their size. And it could have been fake.
It could have, I mean, that trailer had went, because he backed the trailer in and took the tractor out from under it. And we just always load the trailer to go across the street to our annex. And it just didn't, either the brakes didn't hold or something happened, I don't know. The first, I went started on that thing, there it went. But God stopped it. God stopped that trailer. And the dock still had that much hold in it. And it could have been bad. But that's how good God is. That's just how God takes care of you when you're working, you don't even think about it. You know, I'm sure James has been under a lift before and did not even think about how God's took care of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hear a pop or hear a noise, and you know, go doing what the work he does, you know. Not even think about how that dozer could have turned over or something like that. Or any of us, you know. So, anybody got a selection?
I think Mason does.
277.
I think that's the one that I'll kill you on. F. You know, I just realized something standing here. It's just how we are. You ever so often switch sides. 1 week I'll be over there on that side, when you get toward next week I'll be on this side. You know, that's the way like we are with God.
Yeah.
1 week we're on one side of them, the other week we're on the other side. We can't pick a side and stay on.
Sweet is the
Sweet
song.
is the song
I sing today.
I sing today.
I'm redeemed.
I'm redeemed. I'm redeemed. I'm redeemed. Trouble and sorrow, trouble and sorrow have vanished away. I have been redeemed. I'm redeemed. I'm redeemed. I love you. I love you. Glory, glory, Christ is mine. Christ is mine. Christ is mine. All to thee, all to thee. I am resigned. I am resigned. I have been redeemed. My Lord, on the goodness of thy goodness. I'm redeemed. I'm redeemed. I'm redeemed. I'm redeemed. All day long, all day long. I have been redeemed. I'm redeemed. I love you, my glory, glory, Christ is mine, Christ is mine, Christ is mine. All to thee, all to thee, I am resigned. I have been redeemed.
Your brother Doug was talking about being on one side or the other. Me and Denise was talking yesterday or sometime ago, he was out. And I said, what if we sat at a different spot at church? She said, well, Pastor, he'd think we was out. We sit in the same place pretty much all the time.
You know, maybe that's what we need to do. One morning, all of us come in and sit in totally a different place.
Get out of our place.
We're getting just, you know, in a comfort zone, but that would be good.
Anyone got testimony in your heart for that?
I think God, he saved me. I'm sorry.
I want to thank God for saving my soul.
Amen.
August will be 41 years.
Praise God.
August 29th will be 41 years I've been saved. A little chapel called Brownwood Chapel on Haywood Road, off Haywood Road. It's not a Baptist church now, I don't think. Brother Weaver Justice is preaching out of the loop
Yep.
when I got saved. And people ask me, how do you remember that? I said, because it changed my life. That's how I remember it.
Amen.
I said, if you have a child born on December 26th, like all of us, I said, you don't forget that, do you? It changed your life. I said, I don't forget my own birthday, which is always 29.
Amen.
You know, I want to thank God for my family and thank God for giving Denise the job. It's going to help us out a lot. She's used to it. I told her, I said, every day before I go to work, you know, I pray. I don't believe anybody else, but I pray before I go to work every day that God will give me the strength to make it
Amen.
another night. And I told Denise, I said, that's what you need to do when you get to work. Just pray that God will give you the strength and the knowledge to do your job. You know, don't be like Cytel, where God give her the job and she cussed and griped about it all the time. But that's a Christian for you, ain't it?
Yep.
You know, I want to thank God for saving my soul and for what He's done for me and my family. Thank God for my family raising me in church.
Amen,
You
brother.
know, Brother James talks about in page 52 years old and got saved. You know, Brother James, I never got to experience that. But I was saved when I was 12.
I'm glad you didn't experience it, brother.
You know, and I don't know the drugs like you. I don't know the drinking like you do because I've never done it. And I thank God for a mom and daddy that raised me in church. Everybody knows my daddy. And I was a strict
Oh, yeah.
house. Okay, it was, but we didn't ask questions.
Amen.
Daddy had to leave and go out to do something for the church, and nobody asked questions. Mama didn't ask questions. Where are you going? You know, none of the kids asked questions. It's just, we love you. We'll see you get back.
Amen.
Because we knew where he was going, what he was doing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've talked too much tonight, I guess.
You're
I just want to thank the Lord what he's done for me and what he will continue to do for me and my family.
Amen. You ain't caught up with talking as much as James did.
I cut him off.
Just from that, I ain't saying that. I said, no, I'm.
You already did. It's always good to be able to joke.
Amen.
But Brother Roger brought some out in his message that come to time to be serious.
Right.
Comes a time to be serious in the house of the Lord. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I ain't felt the best in the world today. Amy needs help. Help me, all help. But I ain't felt the best in the world today. Battling the cold the last 2 days. And then when I was at the house last night, I can tell you, I laid down on the couch at 7 o'clock last night. I was out and I didn't wake back up. And for me to do something like that, that's unusual. One thing I hate to do is sleep during the daytime. Well, preacher, why do you hate to sleep during the daytime? Because then you're letting daylight burn. Who wants to be up when it's dark? The Bible says when it's dark, no man can work. Why not be awake during the day? I know there's people who work third shift jobs. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is spiritually in our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll read you something tonight. You'll find it in 1 Peter chapter number 5. We might do nothing but read it. 1 Peter chapter number 5. This is a duty of feeding the flock. It's the duty of that was wrong in more ways than one. The elders in verse number 1, which are among you, I exhort, who am also an elder and a witness of the sufferings of Christ, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of God, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind. Neither as being lords over God's heritage, but being examples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, you shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. Likewise, listen to verse 5. Likewise, you younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another, and be clothed with humility. For God resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. You be seated.
Amen.
You know, that church called in today, Jones Gap Baptist Church called in to pray for us as we're looking for a pastor. And jokingly, I pointed at Andrew and Josh. They was both sitting there in the front, and I pointed at both of them. And both of them went, huh?
Roger turned us 31.
Yeah. You know, just out of judgment, just point at them both. Why would you do that, preacher? I think it'd make good pastors. If it's the right church, that church has to get the right person.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to get a pastor that can be humble. Humble. You have to have humbleness.
Mhm.
There's a time to have a backbone, like y'all, like some of you saw last Sunday night,
Mhm.
when Brother Roger had a backbone about him. I mean, he all but called that guy sitting on the front pew on the right side the wolf.
Yeah.
That guy said amen one time. Brother Roger said, yeah, there's that wolf crying. For a few minutes, he'd say, I've almost got him beat down. Just hang on. He said, I don't hear him as much now. A lot of our church members was thinking, and a lot of Rogers was too, thinking, what is going on? What is wrong with this guy? Did that cross anybody's mind? Well, he lays up drunk all week, does drugs, and has a different whore every night with him. And then calls himself a preacher.
Oh, man.
That's a wolf.
Preacher.
Well, we don't preach there. He's tried to take the pulpit there. A few years ago, he walked in and tried, one of their ex-pastors was standing in the pulpit, and he walked straight to the pulpit and said, that's my pulpit.
He must be on drugs.
Because, you know, is that my pulpit? No, it's God's. But you know who God put in charge of that pulpit? Me.
Yeah.
We gotta show humility at times. There's times you gotta have backbone, but other times you gotta be humble. You can't be proud.
That's right.
That's
Amen.
it.
In your preaching, you can't be proud. In your teaching, you can't have pride. In your daily walk for God, you can't have pride.
That's right.
Y'all pray for me. I don't feel the best in the world tonight.
Bless the Lord.
I'm really glad Mark turned around to me at the radio station and said, you got anything? I had a bunch, there's no way I got up and said anything without talking my lungs up. That's why I had a bottle that tall. How many saw my bottle of smart water up there? I had one of a tall bottle of smart water. Huh? No, there's another one. I got me another one today. I've drunken 2 smart waters thinking maybe that'll help me. The electrolytes in them. But don't be proud when you preach.
That's right. Amen.
Tonight there's only 2 preachers here, me and Andrew. So, but how many teachers we got? How many has been a teacher or is a teacher now? Just about everybody in here. So don't have pride about you when you teach.
Oh, no.
I can be proud of the teacher. Cause it ain't me.
Yeah, him, but no, not pride in yourself. No pride in yourself. Don't have a prideful look to you.
Amen.
Have the humility, the humbling. Listen, God was humbled so much that he sent his son, and his son hung naked. Now, I know a lot of us, we see this with Jesus' midriff being covered, but actually, truly, no, his midriff was not covered. He hung naked on the cross. In the shame. And that's trying to bring a reproach upon him. That's trying to embarrass him. That's trying to do away with him.
Amen. That's right.
So in all of that humility, he had to humble himself and say, Father, forgive them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tonight, Andrew, if I come back here and I stripped every bit of clothes off you and drug you up there to that cross, would you say, Father, forgive him? No, you would. You'd say, Father, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
Send me some help.
Yeah, shows difference in God.
Shows the difference in us and God.
Amen.
That's why I'm not the Messiah. That's why you're not the Messiah. That's why no one in here is the Messiah. That's why there was one that was the Messiah, and that was Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
No one else. But we need to try to show that humbleness that he showed for us. Think about Paul. Paul should have never been allowed to done anything to the Christian people. But when he had Saul, he killed him. He murdered him. But Jesus came by to Paul. Paul is the last known apostle. Do you realize he's the last one to be called apostle? They got these guys going around that calls themselves apostle. You got that one in Greenville, South Carolina. You've got some other ones around. And I can say their names, but I'm not going to. Ron Carter. Amen. You got these guys call themselves apostles. To be an apostle means you had to actually walk with Christ.
Yeah.
When you say, well, preacher, how did Paul walk with Christ when he come around 30-something years after Christ's death? The way Paul was able to was he was struck blind on the road to Damascus, taken up to the mountain, and Jesus appeared unto him and taught him. And that's how he was known as the last apostle. But you think about the humbleness that Paul had to show. Cities he had to go into where he once stood and put them Christians down. Now he's standing and he's preaching the gospel.
Yeah, that's right.
How he's saying, leave them people alone. Because those that was not my people now are my people. Boy, what a flip side had to take place. What a flip side has to take place in us when we get saved. You have to be flipped.
Yeah.
Inward and outward. You have to flip.
That's right.
Jesus will flip the inward, and when he flips the inward, he's going to flip the outward.
That's it.
Flip the switch, he's lights will go out. Be dark. You go back there and turn off the air conditioning, it'll be hot again in the church. But I think it's been a purely comfortable day in the church. Better than it was last week.
Yeah.
How many got to the point where you just dreaded to come to church because of how hot it was in here? Well, at least you're credit. It was getting hot. The only one probably that didn't have a problem with it was James.
I didn't have a bad problem with it.
Yeah, I figured he would. I remember one time him and Kermit had their own personal heater over there.
He did, but we used it.
Y'all was using it. But what are you getting at? But still in showing humbleness. You can't. As miserable as you were, you can't. The heat makes you miserable. Yet you can't. As miserable as you was, you still can't. Why can't we, Brother Jay? Yeah. Why can't we be humble a little bit? Let me borrow her. Emmy, I'm taking you. Oh, sorry. This little girl today got humbled a little bit. She's eating lunch. Got choked. Scared you, didn't it? Braylon and Jaden was beating the far out of her on the back. And Braylon was screaming, "Mama, Mama!" We couldn't figure out what they screamed about. By the time we got to her, they had already unlodged it. The kids had. But she cried. Big. But then, after a little bit, she didn't want no more of that stuff. Or the chips. But there just a little bit, she wanted some pickles, didn't she? Which kind of pickles? The little ones. She wanted the little ones. And you know something? She started eating on them pickles. She started eating them pickles, and she eat the pickles. And she eat far out of the pickles. It humbled her there for a little bit. She wouldn't even eat. But then she got a little bit of courage back and wanted the little pickles.
Yeah.
You ever had something scare you where you didn't want no part of it?
Right.
Yeah.
Then Then in a little bit, you start building up the nerve, you're gonna try it. And then you end up trying it. And as long as you take the little baby steps at it, and you show that you're humble enough, it works out fine. And when you try to grab that whole sandwich and stick the whole sandwich in your mouth, people take pride in how much they can eat. Why would you be proud of how much you can eat? Well, it's gluttonous. Show some humbleness. The only thing I take pride in a lot of now, Brother Joe, is our children here at this church. No offense, you adults, I don't take much pride in y'all. But these children. You wanna know something? They'll be here when you won't be.
That's right.
They say, oh, I'm going. And they make it. So think about this. Where's our humility? When's the last time we've been hungry? Boy, I was humbled today by the preaching that I heard. I was humbled by the Spirit of God that come through that radio station. 2-hour block straight. No one got up to take a cigarette break. If they did, I didn't know they did. Stayed right in there the whole 2 hours. I mean, they might have got up and went to the bathroom, but for the 90% of it, they were right in there for the whole 2-hour block. From 2:30 to 4:30. And how God's Spirit moved on the situation. You know God's Spirit cannot move on you if you're not humbled. If you're not humble, the Spirit of God cannot move upon you.
That's right.
He can't move upon you if you're not humble. Preacher, I figured you'd be upset about the singers. What is there to be upset about? They can't get their bus in. What are they going to do? Parking in the road? Why get mad? God had a different plan. Actually, I'm thankful, Brother Ken, because our church is hurting tonight. A lot of our members ain't here. Just the select fews here tonight. We got a preacher gone. His whole family's gone with him. Got him out sick. So I'm thankful in one way. We're going to look as bad upon the church. You know, sometimes that humble us a little bit. Make us realize, hey, we're not as big as we think. Saw Brother Roger today on the phone. Lee was on the wedding radio with him. He said, you had 51 last week. Yeah. He said, boy, I had 20 and I was so thankful I had 20 this week. I said, well, you only 2 less than us. I said, we might have had 51 last night, but we had 22 this night. It humbled us. It humbled us. How we get humble. Get humble. You know the biggest way to get humble? Pay your taxes. Boy, I know people don't like to hear that. Right. Pay your tithes is a part of being humble. People says, well, I don't understand why God don't bless me. Why it seems like I struggle on everything. Pay your tithes. Give it to God. Give it to Him. As we stand to our feet.
Sometimes we don't realize just how much God is blessing us. I could be in the hospital. I could be dead. wake up tired or sick. And I should realize right then, you know, that God blessed me, I did get up. You know what I'm saying? I thank God.
Amen, James.
You talked a while ago about pride. And when I stand behind that pulpit, oh, what do I got to be proud about? God had to do all the work.
Mhm.
He's the one that provides the message. I stand up there and receive it. I mean, sometimes I feel pretty low.
Amen.
To show you that God does it. For the last 3-4 weeks, I've not had a lesson planned other than this where I want to go to.
Yep.
And it's been good.
Amen.
It's real, really been good. But, you know, God blesses us, and I've not been blessed today. It just seemed like, why did God bless me such a day? I sure ain't done nothing to deserve it. And I call blessing when you feel the Spirit of God.
Amen, brother.
A pocket full of money ain't no blessing. I mean, it is sometimes, but a blessing to me is exactly what it said. Being
Amen.
able to feel God. And nothing like it.
Amen.
Everybody last quarter.
Thank you, Father.
Have you been humble? You know, when we deal with praise, we should deal with humbleness.